Hello and welcome to Quiz Class. I'm your host, Ellen, and today we have 100 questions on general knowledge. Let's take a look at our Quiz Class awards. And here they are. Let us know how you rank in the comments at the end, along with the answer to the bonus question. So let's begin. What is sabon in English? Champagne, ham, or soap? Soap. Which billionaire owns the space company Blue Origin? Elon Musk, Richard Branson, or Jeff Bezos? Jeff Bezos. In which U.S. state is the next tallest mountain that is not in Alaska? Wyoming, Colorado, or Montana? Colorado. How many toes on each foot did a Tyrannosaurus Rex have? 2, 3, or 4? Three. What gives red brick its color? Iron oxide, copper oxide, or nickel oxide? Iron oxide. Who was the king who founded the Gillette Company in 1901? King Stamp, King Gramp, or King Camp? King Camp. What is aerolin also known as? Cobalt blue, cobalt red, or cobalt yellow? Cobalt yellow. Which country does the Smeg Appliance Company come from? France, Italy, or Spain? Italy. Which blood type is considered the universal donor? A, B, or O? O. Which television program was Kyle MacLachlan not an actor in? Frasier, Twin Peaks, or Sex and the City? Frasier. What did the Longchamp Leather Goods Company begin as? Champagne, tobacco, or perfume? Tobacco. What is the floor game ringette related to? Lacrosse, hockey, or polo? Hockey. How many colors are in a standard bag of M&Ms? 5, 6, or 7? Six. What is the largest religious monument in the world? Prambanan, Sri Ranganathaswamy Temple, or the Angkor Wat? Angkor Wat. What animal is the astrological symbol of Capricorn? Goat, bull, or ram? Goat. What does the Memba effect refer to? Fire, water, or wind? Water. How many U.S. states does the Appalachian Trail cross? 14, 16, or 18? 14. How many parts make up the film adaptation of the final book in the Harry Potter series? 1, 2, or 3? 2. Which marine animals hold hands in their sleep to prevent drifting apart? Octopi, sea otters, or seahorses? Sea otters. What is Albert Einstein the father of? Physics, gravity, or relativity? Relativity. Which is not found in a gearbox? Bevel, aerial, or helical? Aerial. Whose experiments created a new kind of artillery munition in the late 1700s? Henry Shrapnel, Henry Cannonball, or Henry Rocket? Henry Shrapnel. What do Orthodox churches believe the body is and therefore do not allow cremation? Resembling Jesus who was buried, corruptible by fire through the devil's hand, or temple of the Holy Spirit? Temple of the Holy Spirit. What is Jap a type of? Apple, pumpkin, or basil? Pumpkin. Where would a tessera be found? Carpet, mosaic, or fresco? Mosaic. What does the E in E27 refer to? Edison, electricity, or energy? Edison. Which statement is true? All freeways are highways, all highways are freeways, or they're interchangeable? All freeways are highways. Who is the eldest child of Victoria Beckham and David Beckham? Brooklyn, Cruz or Romeo? Brooklyn. In which decade was the styling combination of a slip dress over a t-shirt popular? The 70s, 80s, or 90s? The 90s. Complete the name of podcast host Joe Rogers, Rogan, or Ringo? Rogan. What type of surgery is video-assisted thoracoscopy surgery? Vascular, academic, or keyhole? That's video-assisted thoracoscopic surgery. Keyhole. In the process of joining two metal surfaces together, what is the filler metal called? Glue, solder, or bolts? Solder. Which Pacific country has largely phased out live animal exports for slaughter since 2007? Japan, Australia, or New Zealand? New Zealand. Which style of egg is cooked using vinegar and boiling water? Poached, coddled, or quiche? Poached. Complete the proverb. Look before you think, help, or leap. Leap. What is the path style pictured? Zigzag, switchback, or curve and sweep? Switchback. Which notebook brand was founded in Milan in 1997? Lectern 1917, Clairefontaine, or Moleskine? Moleskine. Which television series features Time Lords? Stargate, Doctor Who, or The X-Files? Doctor Who. What does special Y refer to? Button, buckle, or zipper? Zipper. Which substance is not used for psychedelic therapy? Ketamine, MDMA, or cocaine? Cocaine. What plant is known as the vanilla of Southeast Asian cooking? Pandan, palm, or coconut? Pandan. What category of sports is billiards? Table, cue, or lounge? Few. Who is the namesake of Bluetooth technology? Swedish prince, Norwegian hero, or Danish king? Danish king. Which term does not describe a carbonated product? Shaken, bubbly, or effervescent? Shaken. What type of board is not found in an office environment? Cork, white, or dart? Dart. What is the oldest continuously run horse race in North America? King's Plate, Breeders' Stakes, or Kentucky Derby? King's Plate. What did the first vending machines dispense? Pens, stamps, or postcards? Postcards. What is an international product name for Sour Patch Kids candy? Very Bad Kids, Troublemaker Kids, or Naughty Known Kids? Very Bad Kids. Where was the Siemens Technology Company founded in 1847? France, Belgium, or Germany? Germany. What Erewhon product was popularized by Hailey Bieber? Face mask, handbag, or smoothie? Smoothie. Where wouldn't you find a nosebleed section? Hospital, stadium, or concert? Hospital. What subject is no longer required to study architecture? Carpentry, mathematics, or interior design? Mathematics. Where are the floating mountains in Zhangjiajie National Forest Park that inspired Avatar? China, Vietnam, or Mongolia? China. Which nut is used for Nutella? Almond, hazelnut, or pistachio? Hazelnut. Which company makes Type 55 peel-apart black and white film? Polaroid, Kodak, or Fujifilm? Polaroid. Which mountain range on the European continent has the highest peak? The Caucasus Mountains, the Carpathian Mountains, or the Ural Mountains? The Caucasus Mountains. What was the original name of Starburst candy? M&M's Fruit Fantasy, Fruit Galaxy, or M&M's Fruit Juice? M&M's Fruit Juice. Which coin is also known as the piece of 8? Italian lira, the French franc, or the Spanish dollar? Spanish dollar. Which vegetable in the allium genus is one of Wales's national emblems? Shallot, garlic, or leek? Leek. Which Australian Prime Minister won a second term in May 2025? Anthony Albanese, Malcolm Turnbull, or Kevin Rudd? Anthony Albanese. Which estate makes homewares, including candles, cookbooks, and foodstuffs? Bluebird, Flamingo, or Toucan? Flamingo. What does WWE stand for? World Wrestling Entertainment, Worldwide Entertainment, or Wild Wrestling Entertainment? World Wrestling Entertainment. Which film director is adapting The Odyssey for cinematic release in 2026? Ridley Scott, Christopher Nolan, or Quentin Tarantino? Christopher Nolan. What spines are studied in acanthochronology? Human, books, or cactus? Cactus. Which element is after carbon on the periodic table? Nitrogen, hydrogen, or oxygen? Nitrogen. What is the ad tagline for Bounty paper towels? The Heavenly Helper, the Coconut Treasure, or the Quicker Picker Upper? The Quicker Picker Upper. What was the worst hurricane in U.S. history? 1928 Lake Okeechobee hurricane, the 1935 Labor Day hurricane, or the 1900 Galveston hurricane? The 1900 Galveston hurricane. Which musician does not have a Grammy Award? Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, or Miley Cyrus? Katy Perry. What is kielbasa a type of? Pickle, sausage, or cheese? Sausage. Which U.S. president was a licensed bartender? Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, or Abraham Lincoln? Abraham Lincoln. How long was the first Thanksgiving? 7 days, 5 days, or 3 days? 3 days. How many legs does a millipede typically have? From 30 to 90, from 300 to 900, or from 3,000 to 9,000? From 30 to 90. The actor and entrepreneur Millie Bobby Brown is married to which musician's son? Kurt Cobain, Eddie Vedder, or John Bon Jovi? John Bon Jovi. Which dystopian young adult book series features tributes? The Hunger Games, Descendants, or Twilight? The Hunger Games. Which chili is the hottest? Infinity, Carolina Reaper, or Naga Viper pepper? Carolina Reaper. Which material wasn't used for the first makeup? Powdered mercury, mined lead, or copper ores? Powdered mercury. Which is not a position in netball? Goalkeeper, goal center, or goal defense? Goal center. What is the full title of chef and writer Anthony Bourdain's memoir, Kitchen Confidential? Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly, Secrets of the Culinary Wasteland, or Behind Every Bench in Culinary Wonderland? Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly. What is the Brother Echelon 79 a type of? Printer, typewriter, or Palm Pilot? Typewriter. Where did the Raksharki dance originate? Lebanon, Egypt, or Jordan? Egypt. What color is the creme de cassis spirit? Dark green, dark purple, or dark yellow? Dark purple. Which musician was diagnosed with cancer in 2025 and canceled all scheduled performances? Billy Joel, Bruce Springsteen, or Bob Dylan? Billy Joel. How many bits is a byte equal to on most modern computers? 8, 18, or 88? 8. What format did Iraq's national anthem Mawtini have originally? A song, poem, or novella? Poem. In which city is the Drip Castle found? Barcelona, Budapest, or Bratislava? Barcelona. On what is a gibbets found? Birkenstocks, Crocs, or Tevas? Crocs. What is the world's largest single drop waterfall? Kayatur Falls, Angel Falls, or Waihalau Falls? Kayatur Falls. Which YouTube account has the most subscribers in 2025? PewDiePie, Lonely Girl 15, or Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast. In which country is the Yucatan Peninsula? Mexico, Cuba, or Costa Rica? Mexico. Where on the human body doesn't the measles rash begin? Face, neck, or arms? Arms. What isn't separated by the horizon? Sun, earth, or sky? Sun. How many films have been released in the Men in Black film franchise? 3, 4, or 5? 4. Which term doesn't fit the Ottoman definition? Literature, furniture, or empire? Literature. What does the M94 group consist of? Shares, galaxies, or computer servers? Galaxies. Who is the king of the high seas? Andrea Bocelli, Stevie Wonder, or Luciano Pavarotti? Luciano Pavarotti. What color is the Marriott Hotel Group's M logo? Red, maroon, or purple? Maroon. What percentage of Duchess silk is natural fiber? Up to 80%, up to 90%, or up to 100%? Up to 100%. Which religion breaks its ritual fast with 3 dates? Orthodox Christian, Islam, or Hinduism? Islam. How tall is Bill Clinton? 1.79 meters, 1.89 meters, or 1.99 meters? 1.89 meters. Who is the cinematic Pretty Woman? Meg Ryan, Sandra Bullock, or Julia Roberts? Julia Roberts. And our bonus question, what is Times New Roman an example of? Let us know the answer in the comments and, of course, how well you did with our Quiz Class Einstein rewards. Thanks for playing, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.